Chop, chop, chop. My name is Toppa. Welcome back to my channel, Life with Toppa. And today we're going to be talking about the infamous streets of Washington, D.C. and things that took place in Washington, D.C. Make sure if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, follow, and keep checking out the videos. Today we're going to get on subject where we're going to talk about the infamous streets of Washington, D.C. I remember the first time I went to Washington, D.C. and I hit the streets. I was hearing about this club on U Street, which is called the Cafe House. And that was one that everybody keep talking about, this club. I gotta go there, even though I didn't have a whip at that time. So anyway, I ended up going down there. And when I went into the club, I couldn't believe it because individuals actually smoking weed inside the club. And normally they don't allow that. They throw you out the clubs for that. So in this club, the rule, you could smoke your weed. They didn't care nothing about that. But anyway, the club was all right and everything. So when it got late and I got out the club, when I got out the club, I couldn't get a cab to bring me back uptown. So I had to either walk or get somebody to bring me uptown. But anyway, I ended up seeing this dude that I actually meet. That his name is Nose. He's from Jamaica, but I don't know exactly which part of Jamaica he's from. But I met this dude named Nose, and I seen him. He was riding past the club, so I said, "Oh, drop me uptown." He said, "No problem." I hopped in the car. When I hopped in the car, not knowing the rules of the streets, I almost got caught up. Just like that, I almost got caught up, not knowing the rules of the street. I hopped in this man's car, and I didn't even know what this man had in his car. But anyway, we didn't get far. We were still on U Street. So by him going down the road, a cop pulled him over. And the first thing he said to the cop, "I ain't got no license." So the cop told him, "Go ahead and pull the car over there, park it," because at that time they had a rule in D.C. where if you driving a car and you ain't got no license, you get a $70 ticket. And if you could pay it right there and then, you ain't even got to go to the precinct. But he didn't have the money on him, so he had to park the car and go to the precinct and let his sister come and pay the $70 and they release it. And he go back and pick his car up. But anyway, this dude, he had 2 guns in the car at the time. And I didn't even know that. But anyway, the police told him to park the car over and just jump in the back of the Brody car so they could go up to the station and his people could come, pay the money, and they release him. That's what happened. So the next day when I seen him, he revealed this situation to me that he had 2 guns in the car. And I'm like, "What? You had 2 guns in the car?" So let's remind you now, hypothetically speaking, if police had to pull me and him over and they find him 2 guns in the car, oh, them guns is mine still. Them guns is mine too, based upon what they put them over for, because they got a thing called Terry versus Ohio. The police have to have probable cause why they stop you, why they pull you over, etc., etc. So these are things that the average individual don't even know on the street. They don't know nothing about Terry versus Ohio. And this is a case law that they use to govern traffic stop on the street. When they stop you, an officer have to have probable cause in order to stop you. But anyway, them 2 guns that he had in the car could have cost me. It could have cost me to get deported. It could have cost me to go to jail, because it doesn't matter what I want to say. That gun is mine. From that day, from me learning that situation and the following day, I never got back into another individual car without asking them what do they have in the car. Do they have any contraband? Do they have any weapons? Because I need to know. Because if I don't know, I'm putting myself at arm. Never you get into another man's car and you don't find out what he got in his car, because it could cost you. It could cost you. It's still costing dudes to this day, because they're getting into individual car and they're not asking, "What do you got in the car? Do you have anything illegal in the car that I need to know about?" So at least you give me the option if I still want to ride with you or not. These are just part of the things that comes along with the game, where this is one of the rules. You have to know these things. Do not step in an individual car without knowing what they got inside that car, because it might cost you. Because if the police would have pulled us over and searched their car, then one of them guns would have been mine. It doesn't matter what I want to tell them, none of the thing. They don't care nothing about that. One of them guns belonged to me, and we both going to jail until they could figure out, or they do the hand, the fingerprint, whatever the case may be. But I'm still going to get the charge. I'm still going to go through the ratification of this whole situation. But these are just one of the rules that I learned in the infamous streets of Washington, D.C. And I had to learn real quick because in the late 80s to the 90s, Washington, D.C. was labeled one of the murder capitals. It wasn't no game out there, so you had to know what you was doing in them streets of Washington, D.C. You know, I got this book coming out called Knockers. I got the documentary coming on, and I got the book coming out. So you need to look out for that. You know, if you like this channel, as I say, hit the thumb button, follow, subscribe, and keep on checking out this channel. And also look out for the ebooks that I'm putting out as well. And if you actually want to send a donation to this channel as well, you could do that by basically the $ Baby Needs, which is spelled BABYNEICE. Chop, chop, chop. You know what it is, man. There's a lot more things for me to be talking about, and I'm going to keep talking about the infamous streets of Washington, D.C., which is the book Knockers, which is going to be out there real soon for you all to read. So keep following the movement. Chop, chop, chop. You know what it is.